Hello and welcome, I'm Mystical. This is Mystical Gaming. We're jumping into Watcher of Realms. Now there is an update announcement for the Forerunner server, okay? It's coming today, but for me it'll be tomorrow morning in the early hours. So at reset tomorrow I will do a quick stream and we'll go through the update then and have a look at everything. If there's anything you particularly want to see or know about, just put it down in the comments below if you're not about for the stream, and then I'll make sure I go over that as well and have a quick look at it. But this is the update. So as normal, we'll go through everything, but we'll flip around and I'll take the notes that we've got in here, and then what I'll do is I'll just go to where they are in game and then just superimpose them on top of the game, okay, to make it a little more interesting than just seeing me with a pile of text beside me. Okay, right, first one. Right, so there's a small change to Talon. It's not very much, it's just where Berserker stance is there. What they're going to do is they're just going to add this on as well. So Berserker stance description added, now also considered as a platform unit in Guild Wars. Now, oh there, is that easier? Is that a good way to do it? Is it just easier? I don't know. That's their fix for it. Okay, so there we go. Now this one, however, Araka, she is not getting a description change or anything like that. She's getting a straight up buff. Let's start then. So when you take her to promotion grade 5, it used to read damage 20%, crit rate 10% when attacking unblocked targets. It's going to be a straight up 30% damage when attacking unblocked targets. Don't have to worry about the extra 10% crit rate. That's been rolled into the damage, which is a plus. So Spider stance is being optimized. Where it now says attacks can attack one extra target, okay, so it's just that part there. It's going to go to basic attack becomes 2 consecutive strikes, prioritizing 2 different targets, okay, so that's what it's going to be changed to. I think that's definitely a buff for her. And next part is a massive buff. Look at this. So Spider Toxin at the moment, when a target dies under Spider Bite effect, they explode, dealing 30% damage, and you can increase that up to 40%. But now, look at this. That blast is going to be increased from 30 to 100, 110, 120, 130 to all the way up, if you've got fully skilled, up to 150%. So that's going from 40% up to 150% AoE damage. I mean, that is a big boost. The next part is her next passive here. So her passive Messy Web, that's getting a buff. So the stun duration here is lasts for 1 second. If they're an airborne unit, it extends it to 2, and then you can extend that timing up when you put skill crystals into her. So now that is getting an extra bit of time on there. So it's going from 1 second to 1.5. So she's getting an extra half a second on the normal mods. On airborne mobs, she's getting an extra full second on there as well. Okay, so there you go, straight up buff for her. Where the buff is for some of the other legendaries, who knows? But yeah, if you've got her, she's getting a buff. I presume this is to add into more of that poison damage team that they're building. Now they haven't finished with it yet as well. I mean, it probably doesn't affect that many people, but if we go to her awakenings as well, so awakening 3 is going to be changed. The Spider Bite and poison effect duration to +2 seconds to inflicting poison, and also inflicts 40% of the new poison buff. The accurate poison increases all poison and toxin surge damage by 40%. So she's going to get that new buff added onto her as well, so look out for that. And then we've also got the next one down is her awakening 5. That's also getting a change as well. So awakening 5 will be changed to when a target with Spider Bite dies, deals 110% damage once to nearby poisoned enemies, to 25% damage against poison enemy targets, and when a target dies with Spider Bite, it deals 110% AoE damage once to nearby enemies. So that's going to be on mass, a straight AoE effect, as opposed to having to rely on people affected with poison. So that's her buffs. So I don't have this champion, but if you've got him, Rygar is getting a buff as well, and it starts with his Lord skill. So his Lord skill is slightly being changed. We're now getting, when activated, it is ultimate. Faction team members, basic attack damage increase improved from 25%, that's going up to 30%, and HP regen per basic attack increase from 3% up to 6%. So there we go, that's what he's getting. But he's getting a buff across everything. Okay, so let's start off. There's his basic attack there. Now his basic attack isn't being changed, it's just been added. So basic attack, Warlord's Might, can now trigger the extra bleed effect lasting for 5 seconds. So he has 20% chance to deal Warlord's Might and attacks with 2 weapons simultaneously. Has a chance to trigger a talent effect, and that's his talent does the stun and things, but it's now also, I believe, going to trigger off a bleed as well. So there we go. So that's not it as well. I mean, everything's getting a buff. So Earthshaker is ultimate. So added a new effect during the ultimate. Max HP 30%. Ultimate effect duration extended from 25 to 30 seconds. And the ultimate's rage cost has been brought down by 100. So he's getting a sort of bit of everything across his whole ultimate there. New effect, duration extension, and cost lowered as well. Okay. Now the next one is Brute Strength. Warlord's Might defense penetration increases from the 15 to 20 to 20 to 30%. Okay, so getting an extra bit of defense penetration there on that skill. And then moving across, last one there is his Callous Hands. So that's been changed as well. That's now going to be additional effect has been added when the hero's ultimate is cast. Calloused Hands cooldown is reset immediately. Okay, so this was on a 70-second cooldown, although with skill books you could get it down a bit anyway, but now it's an immediate cooldown for you as well. Okay, so he's getting a buff as well. I don't have him, but tell us what you think. Good buff for him? Does this make him a lot better? Do you use them at all? And now much more for the few, going to his Awakening. So his Awakening 1 is actually getting a change. Change or buff, new additional effect, deals 60% extra earthquake damage to the main target. So there you go, it's just an additional to anything else, so that's got to be a buff for him. I don't really see him get used a lot. Is this going to give him a lot of playtime? And then it's all the way down to the Awakening 5 before you see the next one, and it's an additional effect. Warlord's Might gains an extra 10% defense penetration if you've got him all the way up to Awaken 5. I should imagine that's very much the few as opposed to the many. So they're not just the only heroes. Again, there's a couple of fixes as well. So Kai's having his Worm Snare spawn logistics optimized. I don't know what that means. Hopefully he'll be able to put them away further away, so when there's mobs spawning over there, I'll be able to do them. That would be interesting. Valderon's had an issue fixed. Rourke has had fixed an issue where his shield stacked with the ultimate was insufficient during the ultimate, and then I is now joining a new faction. She's going to become a Northerner as well. And the next one's to do with gear. Now this is fantastic. I don't really know, but we'll have to play around with it tomorrow and see. It doesn't say it does gear itself or in the gear sorting, but it's to do with here and the forge. Okay, so let's have a quick look at what they've said. So this is it. Gear added bulk enhancement feature for gear during auto fight and gear forge. So is that just the actual forge, or is that the gear sorting place? Any gear can be selected for bulk enhancement. That's brilliant. Unlocked after clearing campaign stage normal 8-4, and then bulk enhancement stops when all gear reaches the target level. So I presume it's doing one piece of gear at a time, or when the gold is depleted, but that makes sense. Optimize the gear artifact storage sorting by rarity and enhancement level. Okay, so we get a bit more sorting ability within the artifact storage. Okay, now hopefully this is also in the gear actual page as well, but we'll have to wait and see on that. We'll have to see what happens tomorrow, and we'll have a quick look to see if we can actually sort gear out from here when we go to sell or when we go to upgrade it from here. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. Now the next part to this update, this is quite a massive part to this update, and we'll be having a look at that. So it's all to do with this little lot. Okay, now let's start you off. So new Demon Soldier faction feature. Faction 1, Frostborn. And inflict Winter's Bite effect, which converts to freeze for 4 seconds when reaching 3 stacks. When frozen, enemies temporarily lose their block ability. Frostborn has increased freeze resistance but takes more continuous damage. So there's a sort of a yin and a yang thing going on with it, and we'll see how that pans out. So it's not just that faction and the one faction that we've got. They've actually gone the whole hog, and we've got a faction lord. Demon Captain Glacius, control and team support Demon Soldier that can constantly inflict Winter's Bite on enemy heroes and enhance the survivability of Demon Soldiers with Frostborn abilities. Okay, and then he gets a Lord skill as well. So his Lord skill 1 increases faction team members' Demon Soldiers attributes by 15%. 2, when enemy heroes gain freeze effect, increases the duration by 50%. That's Where he comes from, I don't know. How we get him, I don't know. But again, when we get the patch to go live, we'll have a play around and we'll have a look at that sort of stuff and see if we can sort of find out what is actually going on in there, okay? Now, as we've got this new faction, that sort of thing, we're also going to get a load of new demons to go with it. Okay, Demon Soldier. Frost Cannid is a legendary, has extremely high movement speed and can inflict Winter's Bite on enemy heroes. Demon Soldier Frost Guardian, which is a legendary again, high survivability, has a certain chance to inflict Winter's Bite on enemy heroes when taking damage. So it sounds more of a tank sort of scenario that we're going to get. And then we've got the Frozen Cleric legendary, control type Demon Soldier who can constantly inflict Winter's Bite on enemy heroes. And then we've got the Ice Vermin as well, which is also legendary, which is a control type demon that hits against enemies and activates self-destruction and consistently inflicts Winter's Bite. So there we go. That's what they are, some of the new demons that are coming. Okay, there is so much here with regards to demons, but again, I don't know where we're getting any of these from or what they do, so we'll have to wait around and see what happens with regards to those. Now, whilst one faction is nice, here is the other faction coming up as well. So we've got Chaos. So damage escalating faction that gains advantages through survival time or number of demon soldiers. So they takes damage increase from the Watchguard and Supreme Arbiter heroes and deals increased damage to heroes of those factions. Okay, so that's the first part of that. Now, as we've got a new faction, obviously same as the other one, we've got a faction lord attached to that as well. So the faction lord is a demon captain. Slaughter, a powerful damage dealer that can grow continuously after instant revival, requires protection or healing support from allies. Lord skill 1 increases faction team demon soldiers basic attributes by 15%. 2 every 30 seconds. Reduces all enemy heroes damage by 10% for 10 seconds. For each additional faction demon soldier on the team, increases the enemy heroes damage reduction by 5%. Okay, so just a little run over on what that faction is going to be doing. Now, same as the last faction, they're getting a new demon soldier. We're getting less on this one as well. Okay, demon soldier grotesque fiend, legendary, a damage dealer with continuous growth potential, gains attack and HP bonuses when nearby enemy soldiers or nearby demon soldiers die. So don't know, maybe you'll send out some other demon soldiers to die or something to help them grow. Who knows? I'm sure some people will work this out. Now, you may think it's a little unfair that the Frostborn faction are getting a lot more demons than the Chaos one, but there is some leveling going on here. Okay, so existing demon soldier adjustments. Demon Soldier High Order Abyss Beholder, that's coming over to the Chaos faction. So is the Infernal Cleric, and so is the Chaos Shaman. They're going to be our Chaos team. They're just transferring straight over, and our Frost team. So Frozen Drifter and the Scholar are both on Frostborn anyway. So that's going to be our teams that are going to be for the Chaos and the Frostborn teams. They're just transferring over before you worry about getting any new ones. So I know what you're thinking, how long is it going to take me to level up these? I can hardly level up the ones I've got at the moment, and now if I just have more demon soldiers to collect, the odds on me actually getting something for those demon soldiers is going to be reduced because there's a bigger pool. Now, this brings us on to this new part here. New Universal Demon Soldier upgrade item. So we've got Epic Demon Soldier Void Core, you've got a Legendary Demon Soldier Void Core, you've got a Captain Void Core. These Void Cores can be obtained from gear raids and artifact material raids. About time they put something additional into AMR, because it doesn't drop keystones. So I think at least on the Forerunner there's been a drop in the amount of people doing AMR and continuing to push for keystones instead from gear raids. So this will be coming in. Epic Demon Soldier Void Core, used for upgrading all Epic Demon Soldiers. Each Epic Demon Soldier Void Core can substitute for any one Demon Soldier shard. Okay, and then it repeats pretty much the same Legendary Demon Soldier Core, used to upgrade Legendary Demon Soldiers 1 for 1. Okay, so when we have a look at our demon soldiers and you go to upgrade, I'm assuming what I'm going to get is the cores are going to be one of these, and I can just add that into the pool of the ones I've already got, or at least that's the way I read it. If I've read it wrong, please give me a shout out in the comments and tell me that I'm wrong. But that's where I read it, and tomorrow we'll have a look and we'll do a couple of runs and that sort of thing, and we'll see what we actually get from where. Now lastly is this part here. Don't get overexcited, it's not a new Void Rift, but they've added a mystery demon chest used to obtain any demon soldier with the chance to get a faction demon soldier. Mystery demon chest is mainly obtained through Guild Wars, so doing Guild Wars would get it, that makes sense. Gladiator's Gauntlet, so if you qualify for Gladiator's Gauntlet then you stand a chance to get one of these. And Void Rift, I've sadly done my Void Rift and they brought the update out, that's a shame, so I won't be able to do that tomorrow, with a small chance of gear raids and artifact material raids as well. Okay, so these demon chests, you'll be able to get them from there as well. Now I think that covers everything from the update. So heroes, we've done all the heroes, we've done the buffs there. Gear, we know about the gear. Demon soldier factions, the new faction lords who we're getting, the ones that have been transferred over, new universal system for getting them. There are some new achievements as well regarding demon soldiers, so yeah, look out for that. Optimize the display for demon soldiers, and faction filtering for faction lord slots have been added. Faction description tab and faction filters have also been added to demon soldiers as well. So that's the update. Like I say, tomorrow at Reset we'll do a quick stream and we'll go through some of this stuff and we'll see if we can sort of find out where we're getting all this stuff as well from. Okay, so thank you very much for your time. What do you think? Good, bad, indifferent? Does it make you want to do Guild versus Guild? If you're not doing it, do you think it would change Guild versus Guild? Or do you think that everyone's already winning, is just going to get more stuff to win with and the margins will get bigger? Let us know in the comments below, okay? Thank you very much for your time. If you leave me the old thumbs up, like and subscribe on your way out, that would help me out massively. And I'll see you all in a video again soon. Thank you very much. Cheers. Goodbye.